The game, is it? Oh, chapter 1, Apocalypse. Okay. Today's the last day, and it would have been nice to see the blue sky one last time instead of those thick fog. This thick fog, but oh well. Okay. How to play. Look around and raid hotspots by zooming in and out by clicking mouse. Look at the arrow for a few seconds to proceed. Press enter to change settings. Oh. Gotta check out the other Resident Evil. Yeah, one day. One day. Okay. I reckon it's gonna be a busy day. I've got many folks to say my farewells to. Oh, this way. I ain't fit for these long walks. My old legs worn out. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'll go meet the Angle family first and spend some time with little Susie. She's about 12 and my most favorite child in the world. She is as pretty as a Georgia peach. Always has a big smile. Uh-oh. I often see her reading through this window here. She's been helping me to read and write, but that gibberish just don't stick in my head no more. I done learned how to write my name a few times, but the letters always turn upside down. Oh. Oh, what's this? I always take these here flowers for Susie. That always makes her merry. Okay. This is where the town children play around this time of day, but I don't see no sign of them. They usually be out here raising Cain, but not today. Oh, one time some town children were playing near the pond and they saw someone moving about in it. Okay. When does this get scary? When the children came closer, they saw an escaped black prisoner. I reckon he got shot while trying to escape because he was bleeding an awful lot. Right away, the children started throwing stones at him. Oh, right here. One of the stones landed right in his eye and blinded him. This area was just puddles of red. That didn't stop the little rascals though. They laughed and kept pelting him until Susie came out. She gave the kids hell for what they done and made him scramble away. Oh, wow. Susie told the prisoner to hide in this here shed. She told no one about him but me. Boy, he was in terrible shape. Oh, here we go. Well, the guard saw the blood stains here and figured that he was hiding nearby. They found him in the shed and... Hey, is anyone at home? It's me, old Godfrey. Look, I got some flowers for little Susie. That's funny. Why ain't they home? I'll come back after I meet some other folk. Okay. Oh, that's George Grady's house over yonder. Let me go say my goodbyes to him. Why? Where is everyone today? The whole town seems doggone quiet. Ain't so much as a mouse stirring about. Maybe everyone's at the temple, but I didn't hear about no ceremony or gathering today. Is he not here either? Hey, George, you home? It's me, Godfrey. George ain't. George and his missus been trying for a child almost 6 years with no luck. George shared his plight with our Lord, Father Glorious, and was told to bring his lovely wife to the temple for a divine blessing with the Father himself. Well, that was almost 9 months ago, and wouldn't you know that she gave birth to a healthy baby, a healthy boy. Okay. Oh, just the other day, I seen George here telling some of the folks about the town ain't gone put with the lies no more. He said the trust is broken and that we all ought to start an uprising. We've been lied to for too long. Those was his words. All right, continuing on. This is kind of like a horror story. Very simple. There's Miss Wilson's place. She's an old widow that took care of me for many years. She told me about the religion, but says that I ain't allowed to go to no rituals because they evil. She's a fine cook too. Can't nobody cook like her. Just the other day, she brought some food to the ceremony that it make a man's mouth water. Tarts and cakes and sandwiches, and I don't know what else. I don't know all. Okay. Continuing on. I'm doing pretty good. I cannot complain. Doing pretty good. Just enjoying myself. Because of course, none of us townfolk got much to eat because the temple elders got served first. And then the temple guards, they had their fill. But for by and by, then when it was our turn, there weren't nothing left except crumbs. It's called 1888 Needle, Alabama. So I don't really know. It's about, apparently it's the apocalypse, so don't know what that all entails. Where's the net? Ah, here we go. The house is decaying and in shabby condition. I should have listened to Miss Wilson and paying it when I had the chance, but my brain can't remember so good. It's the least I could have done to repay her for her kindness. Oh, hey, there she is sitting at the window. Howdy do, Miss Wilson? Maybe she'll offer me a cup of cocoa. That's my most favorite treat, and it'd be swell to enjoy it one last time. Okay. Oh, open up, miss. I've been thinking about meeting you since morning. It's good to finally see someone in town. Ma'am, it's Godfrey. I saw you at the window just now. Hello? Why, gee Willikins, something ain't right. Has it happened already? Oh, here we go. Think I'll go talk to Ernest. He's a black servant over at Judge Harville's house. Even if there is a ceremony at the temple, sure as heaven, Ernest ain't going to be invited. Oh, what's this? In memory of Captain Wilson, 18 Catherine was 1810 to 1885, widow of John Wilson. What? Thought she was alive. Maybe I'm tripping. This big place is Judge Harvinell's house. He's also one of the founding members of the temple. They say him and Father Glorious been friends since childhood. Okay. Gunshots and oh. Uh-oh. Oh, gunshots in distance. Uh-oh. The judge and the father was both just a couple of regular farmers from Needle, Alabama. Okay, Alabama. But now look at them. One's the county judge and the others are dear Father Glorious. Leave it to thy Lord's hands, for thou can't grasp this. Father Glorious said this in a sermon just the other day. Oh, The faint sound of leaves rustling in the wind makes it feel so lonesome and mournful, as if the whole world's dead and gone. Hopefully Ernest will tell me where the whole town's gone. I'd like to say my goodbyes, because ain't no knowing what's gonna happen tomorrow. What the freak? There are more gunshots. Hello, Ernest? For dread's sake. Oh! 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 Oh my lord, there was a shooting and firing. Stop firing! Stop firing! It's me, Godfrey! Doggone it! Who's out there? I better hide. Oh, I better hide before I get shot. Dear lord! That just scared the crap out of me. I got to sit tight and be... I'm trembling all over and I can't stop shaking. Look at my hands. Just can't quit shaking. Oh, right here. The townsmen talking about this day would come. Most of the folks lost their trust, but they should have stayed silent. They know darn well what the temple guards is capable of. Oh, besides the guards walking nearby. I can leave, right? I had chicken strips, some mac and cheese, and some fries. That's what I had today. Right there. Here we go. Dear Lord, please save me. I hope I'm safe here. I've just got to hush and not make so much as a squeak. We told George Grady that he asking for muck by raising too many questions. Don't you know what became of all the folks that doubted the Father of the Temple's got ears everywhere? Now look at the dreaded mess we're in. Wait, so the temple's evil? I had chicken tenders with fries from Culver's? Never had it. I can't hear him no more. I think the guards went back to the temple. Let me try again if Ernest is home. My old heart's thumping too fast. It ain't good for me. Please, Ernest, I beg you to open up. I'm terrified. I ain't breathing so good and I'm parched. I need some water, please. Looks like they're still here. I need to find a place to hide quick. Okay. Why am I speaking in a country accent? We play one of the stages. Oh, nice. Okay. Gotta go. It ain't looking too good. Hang it. Hang it. It's locked. Oh, hang it. It's locked. This one's locked too. Oh, son of a. I'm playing raid mode on this one on my Switch. Oh, good, cool. Where do I go? Ah, here we go. Oh Lord, please make him be gone. Let me have a peek. Ah, here we go. Resident Evil. All right. What on earth? Okay, here we go. May God curse those darn guards. I reckon they went back to the temple. That still don't explain where all the folks is. Everyone's gone and disappeared into the fog for all I know. That bag. The game type. The game. Ah, freak. There we go. Thank you. Farmer Jim lives in the house down yonder. Ain't this his barn next door? He's a firm and fervent believer of Father Glorious. Never misses a sermon or ceremony at the temple. He's always dressed in fine white cottons for all the rituals. Says he's been to all of them. Say at least his horse and cows ought to be there. Seeing any sign of life Life be heaven sent by, for my soul. Gosh darn, I cannot read this. I feel terribly alone and empty. Okay, I could have sworn I heard footsteps. Here we go. Go this way. There ain't no animals, no horse, and no cows. And one of Jim's cows had a calf that was recently sacrificed. Ooh. Jim would have personally sacrificed his own trusted steed to if the father so asked. Many of the town folks have been giving Jim the cold shoulder recently. George Grady told us to be careful what we tell him because Jim's only loyal to the temple. Jim has changed an awful lot since he became a believer. He weren't like this. Where do I go? Okay, here we go. Am I about to go to the temple? I hope not. A rotten stench is coming out of the shed. I wonder what remains Jim put in there, but it decomposing and giving off a rancid smell. Makes sense. Here we go. No use of this fire would no longer has been laying here untouched for years. Oh, here we go. The whole town's posed to gather in the field. Thank you. Okay. Now we should be okay. We should be good. Jim had a crazy look in his eyes, like that old maiden or a murderer. He smelled of smoke and burning, kept chanting "glory, glory, glory" like a raven lunatic. He became feverish after that for almost a week. Okay. Are we like doing like a little circle, like a little roundabout? Also, I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi again. This used to be Father Glorious' house, but now it belongs to Warden Henry. Say that's a good idea. I'll head to Cartwright Prison, and maybe they'll know what the deal is. I'm sure the prisoners is still around. See, I ain't no dummy that everyone makes me out to be. Are you familiar with Dave's Hot Chicken? Dave's Hot Chicken. No. No idea what that is. Where's the next dot? Where's the next dot? Oh. What? That was a hanging body. Chapter 2, Demons. I made the long walk to the prison. Can't believe this been a daily walk to work for so many years. My legs ain't what they used to be. Hey Billy, is your old friend Godfrey? I ain't reporting for work, so don't get no ideas here. Open you up quick. I gotta tell you about the town and how everyone's missing. Just as I suspected, ain't no sign of him. Well, Billy's always been a lazy slouch, so maybe he's off napping somewhere. Okay. I've been a janitor in this prison for many years, and Billy was always talking my ear off with all the gossip in the world. He's talked so darn much that he even told me some of the prisoners about the big day tomorrow. Now they're excited as if they coming to with us. Oh my good lord, I ain't seen a single person all day, but it sounds like that damn dog Stonewall is alive and well. I hope to gracious he ain't coming with us tomorrow. Oh my gosh. So it's the day before the apocalypse. We have... I hate all the guard dogs here, but none is worse or more vicious than that blasted Stonewall. Rumor is that he was brought in from Cuba. He was confined as a puppy and daily starved, given a snack only when he chased a black person. Okay. Oh, here we go. He was beaten so often that his skin has thickened. Now he goes rabid just at the sight of a black man, many of whom he's maimed and eaten. Well, dang. Well, dang. What? Oh, here we go. Why he's become so violent that he's almost never take the muzzle off him, or he'd even bite the warden. Dear Lord. Dear gosh. Poor pup. It was my bad luck one day that I was cleaning near the kennel area and Billy had forgotten to put the muzzle back on him. Well, that god darn Stonewall bit through a chunk of my left leg and I ain't been able to walk right since then. Dang. There's always 2 guards up on that tower, but ain't no sign of him neither. Billy told me that those guards killed Abe some weeks ago when he was trying to escape. He was older than 80 and woulda known he'd get shot. Maybe that was his purpose. Okay. Dude, this is creepy. Boy, this place is just getting shabbier and crummier since they fired me. Billy C tells me that I was the best janitor this place ever had, but now it's all falling apart. Why, just look at all this decay everywhere. Okay. Okay. I remember this. They took it on the day. Oh, it's a picture. The day did it work on Professor's head. Even Judge Ravenel showed up to see it in person. Strange thing to celebrate. Is this guy dreaming or is... Oh, is this guy dreaming? Oh, to the Honorable Father Glorious, I had written to you earlier as you proposed leasing of more convicts. As you are aware, our company has been leasing convicts to Corey. Are you the jackhammer that I want to use? Because I want to start. Convicts from Cartwright Prison have been paying our fair dollar value for them, not to mention my personal donation to the temple. However, a request for 300 more convicts was not been met, and we are in dire need of more blacks. Oh, the 400 we originally leased, more than half have perished. And working the railroad was drastically slowed. Our shareholders are not happy. I beg that you pardon my bluntness, but for the last time, please send us some more blacks, or we shall look elsewhere. Yours respectfully, J.L. Smith, Chairman, Montgomery South Railroad Corps. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wait, I gotta see. Is Needles? Let me go talk to Warden Henry and see what he figures. Most of the town folks say that Warden Henry ain't a bad person, but I disagree. Even when he was a plantation owner, he was well known across the county about how brutally he treated his slaves. Okay. Warden Henry was when the colonel was then a colonel during the Civil War, and I believe that further hardened him into who he is today. No black person so much as moved when they hear Warden Henry is coming through. Oh, another one. Dear Henry, it's been brought to my attention that Alabama State Senator Robert Barnes is forming a special commission to investigate claims of abuse at the prison. I'm convinced it was leaked, but the detestable smart Alec from Ohio to see blah 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 control the death and torture in the prison, clean the language, okay, clean up the vile prisons and make them at least presentable before the commission comes, and personal legislation and even Avery, most truly Judge Tom. They tried to cover it up. Okay. Oh, here we go. This office is mighty comfortable compared to the rest of this rundown prison. I'd sit here sometimes while cleaning if the warden weren't in. The warden weren't in, away from all the chaos and cruelty of the cells. Okay. My dearest friend Avery, I pray the letter finds you in best health. And okay, I'm just going to skim through this. Senator Barnes proposed P.S. Young Mary has spent 14 years. Quite the beauty. I shall be most glad if you arrange a a tryst between us during the next ceremony. Always your companion. And of course, everyone else can read that later. Okay. Continuing on. This is. Yes, that was wild AF. What do you? Yes, it was. I just continue on. There's a growing fear in me that it's already happened because Billy and the warden ain't here neither. What'll become of old me if everyone's already gone? The black prisoners got to be in their cells because Father Gloria said many a times that it'd only be us white folks up there. Let me check the cell block. How did I figure we were gonna go and check the cells? I figured. The cell block feels dead and hollow, just like everything else today. I always hear cries, groans, and screams here, so the silence feels spooky and depression. It's sweltering hot, and I'm dried up thirsty. I'll sit down here after I figure out what's going on. Oh, here we go. I do enjoy a good point and click game. I know, right? I mean, they're nice. They're nice. Oh, here we go. I didn't enjoy cleaning those toilets one bit. They'd be overflowing with filth and the smell was putrid, but I did it dutifully because I'm a good janitor. I'm sure the prisoners, I find them very interesting. There's usually around 20 convicts cramped in this here cell, sweating in the scorching humidity. One of the prisoners, Titus, was kept here and was always friendly to me. Oh, Titus. Okay. That's horrible. Where's the next dot? Oh, here we go. He used to be a slave and didn't have no place to go once he was freed after the war. One day he was sitting under a tree minding his own business and the sheriff arrested him for vagrancy. I kind of want to know if I'm curious if this is all something like a actual like true story from. First off, I gotta see if Needle, Alabama is actually real. Okay, no, Needle, Alabama is not real. It's just a game. I want to ask how long you had that headset for. It's like 3 years. Like 3 years. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Judge Reynolds sentenced Titus to 5 years for that. He was leased out to a plantation a few months after, where he and 10 other convicts was told to clear a swamp down in Jackson County. Okay. I heard that they was chained for days in their knee-deep pool of muck. Many got malaria from the mosquitoes and ticks constantly eating away at them. Okay, 3 years is long. It is pretty long. I need to get new pads because these are falling apart. Or I made his way until like the foam actually starts like doing it. The Alabama Sun got Titus. And I'm so thirsty, they was drinking the same filthy swamp water they've been standing wasting in for days. Most of them died from sickness, but Titus made it out. Dear Lord. Oh, here we go. Well, he was sent back here just a couple weeks later because the plantation owner's missus said he followed behind her one evening. That spooked her, and she complained to her husband. He was saying because he was following too close to the missus. Got it. I had the Astro for a month now. Oh, nice. Let's see. Titus told me he just wanted to ask her for some water and didn't know what he'd have done wrong. A few days after Titus was back. Hydrate. I will hydrate. Thank you for the hydration. Titus was back. Father Glorious told all of us at the sermon about that the young black man dared touch and a white woman, and that he be brought to divine justice. They held a ritual and Tyus was invited, but I didn't go because I promised Miss Wilson I wouldn't. I never saw him after that. He was no older than 15. Man, something happened like that. It probably did. Let's be honest. It probably did more than once. It probably happened more often than not. Whenever I'm in this cell, it makes my heart sick and blue. There was a prisoner here and he became a friend of mine. His name was Isaac, but everyone called him Professor. Word even from the South, he was a newspaper writer all the way from Ohio. He was the only schooled black man I ever did see. Well, he come down to the South to write about how things was going 10 years after the Civil War ended. The judge didn't like him snooping around our town. Oh, much respect to Senator. Okay, and Liberty describing the Neal, Alabama, convicted of brutally tortured and tormented. Senator, I urge you to follow your fellow Alabama legislator parole. Blah blah blah. Okay, we're just gonna. If you want to read it, you can read it in the VOD. You can pause and read it in the VOD. There we go. Professor was accused of stealing a chicken and sent here by Judge Revenal. This is too much reading for me. 10 years and encountered grand theft. I nearly quit. Figured why a well-to-do man would steal a chicken, but it was his word against the white farmers. Over time, he got to telling the prisoners about how things was in Ohio, started filling their heads with mumbo jumbo, blah, 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 while Billy ran his big mouth off the warden about this, even though he told Professor to stay quiet about some ideas. Okay. I did not think it was literally just gonna be like I thought it was gonna be short. The next day, all the prisoners were brought in the area, and guards dragged Professor out his cell. Judge Reynolds even came and was given a nice seat. All the rest of us had to stand and watch. Jeez. Oh, here we go. Professor was tied down to the interior chair, brought into a old experiment by hooking up big wires on Professor's head. Doc pulled down a lever. Electricity through him. I've worked here long enough and I've never heard such cries of pain and agony. Oh wow. Oh wow. They electrocuted. Professor was never the same. He jumbled words, didn't make no sense in a distance, and drool running down his mouth. It was having the blacks and think too much, and round here. Okay, I haven't when blacks think too much. They found his dead body in the cell a few days after that. Dang. Dang. Where's the thing? Here we go. These sad memories are making me miserable. I just want to be at a sermon at a temple where Jennifer always gives us hope. Thought he didn't give you hope. I used to be sitting on this ledge during my work day to rest. The breeze through the window helped ease. Mercy, say that Stonewall bark ain't it sounds nearby. I think he's in the cell block. I'm terrified to death of that damn dog. Yep, time to go. What? I still remember the pain of his fangs piercing into my leg. All the way to the bone. 3 men had to pull them off, but it ripped the meat from my leg. Dear Lord. Hey! Where is it? Oh, I've cleaned up the mess many a times at a stone wall in the prison. One time the body was barely joined to the head because he'd eaten clean through the neck. Stay out. Okay, continuing on. I got all the terrible memories of Stonewall is flooding back to me. 5 prisoners was once planning to escape, and the warden rounded them all up and stripped them naked. They chained their heads up as Stonewall and a couple other dogs gorged themselves. They'll be puking blood. I can't hear footsteps getting closer. I'm gonna hide in one of these cells. I pray I don't. Oh. Okay, we're getting chased by a dog. What? What? Oh, here we go. Dear Lord, please save me. I hope I'm safe. Oh! That's a big dog. I now see why this is called demons. I can't hide here all day. He'll smell me out. He's tasted my blood. I know he won't go for just my leg today. I am dead afraid to leave this cell right now. Well, you don't really have a choice. Sounds like he's gone off to the other end of the cell, the prison, so I'd head the other way. I got to stay on my toes because he could be lurking in the shadows. That's not horrifying at all. Like, granted, when my dog was living, she scared me sometimes because, oh, wait, look at this. Looks like some of the prisoners got to scribbling tomorrow's date in the prison. Billy probably never told them that they going to be left behind during the apocalypse. Father Glorious always says, only you, the true believer, shall ascend to the heavens. Or to heaven. To the heavens. Come on, I'm getting out of here. Okay. Boy, I was downright giddy, was just thinking of the promised land and the cream and the honey and streams and the ripest of fruits hangs on every tree, where it's only us believers in the green hills and meadows. What the heck? The heck was that? Oh, here. Yes, many of the town folks got doubts about Father, especially that George Grady, but I still dream of the day when the angels fly us to the heavens. Okay. Oh, going this way. I see what I mean by demons, because he has a lot of demons. And how far is this going? How much more is there? Somebody really ought to talk sense into George. Why the other day me the town folks was saying they's gonna need help, lots of help against it. Gosh darn, I cannot read. Is there more? And dog, my cat's craziest thing. The town ought to free all the black prisoners so they can help take down the temple guards. He's gone plumb crazy. Why is it this figure he gone? What is this figure he gonna do? Is march into the prison and open all the cells? Okay. Are we about to leave? It's now raining. I guess George thinks he's gonna be a simple walk in the. He's gonna be a simple walk. I probably, dear Lord, is probably gonna come down this here wall. Okay. And supposedly hides among the trees and in these their burrows in the grounds. I don't see him. Here we go. And suppose he somehow climbs up this wall and gets it through. Is there a window? Okay. I don't. You don't know Cookies Crumble? No. Cookie Crumble? No, I do not. And old George gets in. I suppose he's going to open up the cells and free the black prisoners to convince them to march with him to the temple. He's going to believe in an extra. Okay. How far is this going? What does he expect the prisoner guards and the dog will be do asleep? They'll go and welcome him with open arms. I can send you the account. Sure. How much more of this is there? Don't you know the prison guard will be shooting and firing at every last one of them? It'll be a bloody massacre. Convicts, prison guards, maybe a group of them should go after Stonewall. Okay. Okay, hell, at the end of it, you'll probably find George Gray's body among all the dead riddled with bullets, even if the prisoners did get out. Come on. Maybe. No. All this can't happen. Somebody better tell some smart on the board and go to heaven and say I will be a word if I can find them. That's it. Okay. I'll find my way out of the prison now. Ain't nobody here except Stonewall. No one would ever hear me wail for help if he attacks me. Fair enough. Are we on chapter 3? That's a rat. I chills in my spine when I come near the cells and where they used to keep Moses. I feel like spirits wander. Okay. How do I get out of here? I used to be a slave. He used to be a slave, and he told others on the plantation about how his ancestors used to do some kind of witchcraft or voodoo many years away, but many years ago. But he didn't believe in that gibberish himself. Why is it still going? Both Mary and Jen don't like the lights. Jen cannot turn off the breaker. The mayor does not like the lights. The Jen, it doesn't matter if the lights are on or off. It just can't touch the breaker. A mayor, it just can't. It doesn't like the light. The bunny of Moses was in 100 pigs, and they all got swine fever once. The sick hogs and the lion. How many stories are there? Few weeks later, their back legs stopped working on all the hogs. When the plantation died, on the plantation died on illness. Okay. Where do I go from here? Here we go. The plantation. Oh my gosh. Owner got a hearing these rumors about Moses, which ancestors and accused him of putting an evil spell on the pigs, and on his farm, just to sentence him for witchcraft. Okay. What caused the banshee to hunt? Nothing really. You. That's it. It's just you. You are the problem. You are the problem. The banshee wants you. It will literally hunt you down. I mean, if you have multiple players, if you have multiple players, it will target somebody. But if you're the only player, it'll just drain your sanity a bunch because it really wants you. That's it. Moses was sent here, although he said he didn't know nothing about the witchcraft. He was sent a few months after he was here. Many of the prisoners got sick with cholera. Cholera. That's what I meant to say. Cholera. Again, people started blaming Moses for the sickness. Gosh darn it. Although he'd also gotten so sick he almost died. Well, dang. Many of the prisoners died from the disease. I hated cleaning up the cells and the piles of dead bodies and the piles of nasty. Sick. Praise the glorify that he didn't get sick during the last. Okay. The warden decided it was best to lynch, because he didn't to lynch Moses and convict the Campbells. Where Father Glorious agreed, and it was settled. And lynching in the town, the whole public's viewing. Okay. Where, oh where? Here we go. Moses was none too pleased, and he had nothing to nobody when they all just had the noose around his neck. He said he'd cursed the prison and the whole town of Needle, and that his ancestors, evil spirits, would forever haunt him. I was there when they hung him, since it was my job to clean up afterwards. The branch they broke during the lynching, and he fell from the height, which broke both his legs. Dear Lord. Oh gosh, okay, I'm getting a little tired of reading. They dragged his broken body back to the broken tree and hung him again. This time it worked. The town full. Dear gosh. Okay, the memory of his hanging body and his eyes bulging. Okay, haunts me every day. I always fear that his curse has put demons and wicked spirits in this prison in town. The memory will remember the Banshees. Honestly, I don't really. Honestly, I don't know. I doubt it. Everything's gone straight to hell in 3 shakes of a sheep's tail, as the saying goes. Jeez, William, I get it. I understand what you mean now. Dear Lord. I understand what you mean now. Freak. The curse that this town would suffer was probably come true. Goodness gracious sakes, it got to be the temple and Father Glory all alone can save us, and we'll determine. Okay. I'm getting tired of reading. I'm getting tired of reading. But we've come this far, angels. We've come this far, though. There ain't much time left for the day to end, and I must tell the Lord that Moses' curse has come true. I'm drained from all the walking, but I must endure. So are we going to the temple? Thank the Lord I'm far enough from the prison now. I often wish that the temple weren't built on such a high cliff, but I appreciate it today because I ain't gots to worry about Stonewall following me all the way here. Fair enough. So he can watch over us for our protection. There's many a danger out there for us plain simple town folk, and as Father says, the biggest one is in black people. Since the war ended, he's been told that the blacks need to be put in prison and what happened? I got shot. No one saw it, but I got shot. Where am I? Oh God, this is taking forever. I remember seeing her at the wedding ceremony. She looked like an angel. She was walking the aisle, sat next to Father Glory. Blah 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 blah. Saddest eye. Aww, saddest eyes. No, I wish I could have comforted her at the moment. Aww. I seen her 3 months later. The next ceremony with the Glorious was marrying the new young Lady Bliss. Susie stood behind the throne alongside all the other Lady Bliss. Blisses. Sorry, Blisses. There we go. She looked different from the other girls because she weren't smiling. Her eyes had an empty, lost look. I waved to her, but I figured she hasn't noticed. Ain't noticed. I could tell her mind was elsewhere. What was that? What the freak? Wait a god darn minute. That sounds like Susie. Susie, my child, where are you? Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Come on, let it snow. Susie, it's really you. I'm so glad I finally found you. I can't wait to tell your parents. They've been worried sick about you. I've been asking the whole town since I hadn't heard from you, but they always turn the topic when I say your name. They just look down and never answer. Yo, mom and pa, but look how heartbroken they're late and they feel like they're having to suck straight out of them. Susie, I can see you, Susie. Why you running? Why you running, Susie? Get back here. Get your butt back here. Slow down, child. My legs ain't so good. I ain't walking all day. Listen, something awful strange going on. The whole town's just disappeared. Oh boy, I'm gonna sit down by the water for a minute. My dog's is killing me. Why would you sit down? Why would you sit down? Just continue on. At that point, you're so close to the finish line. What now? Where's the blue dots? Wait, what happened to the sun? What happened to the sun? Where's the sun go? Oh, okay. We were literally just sitting there for a moment. Okay, noted. Same other town folks been thinking. They're thinking about taking a boat and leaving Needle for good. It's too late for that now because the big day's tomorrow, the apocalypse. Okay. I really want to know what's going on tomorrow on 8/8/88. The whole town's gonna gather in the big field, and all of us gonna drink the heavenly milk. The town children be the first to drink it. Then they'll cover their faces with white cloth, lay down in the field, and await for the angels to take them to heaven. Wait. After that, us town folks drink it, and finally, Father Glorious at the end, I get slap happy thinking about the final moments as we all lay on the field with our faces covered. Wait a second. Is this gonna be like a Jamestown? Some weeks ago, we was all brought to the field to practice the last day, but we was given just regular old milk, not the special heavenly milk that's been making and storing down at the prison. Wait, is this gonna be like a Jamestown thing? Woo! While I'll be where the heck are these temple guards? There's always a small army on guarding the temple. Today, the whole town's afraid of those bastards. Wear their long noses hanging down on their chins, big circles on their eyes, and creepy smiles. And oh dear lord, no one knows who's behind the mask neither. I've heard that one must pass many vile and despicable rituals to become a guard temple. I can't even. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on now. We're almost there. I had a nightmare about this exact spot the other night. It was a dreadful, scary. It was definitely shook me up. Only thing that gave me peace was that it was possible happening, really. The dream was there was a whole cavalry of guards, more than 50 of them, and I was standing at alert and ready to shoot, shouting orders to each other and taking up positions. There was a terrifying panic in their voice, such that I can't fathom. There over yonder, a mass of people were slowly approaching and hiding amongst the trees and bushes. It was black faces and white faces, prisoners and town folks all together. Oh my. And the mass of people kept marching forward, hundreds of them, and then the temple guard started firing, kept on firing until this place was just heavy smoke from the rifles. Oh my. Bodies upon dead bodies lay in wake, black bodies and white bodies, prisoners and town folks. Blood streamed into puddles from the course. All the masses kept coming forward, stepping over dead bodies, trample over the almost dead. Okay. And a few of the guards ran out of bullets and tried to escape from the growing mob. One guard climbed up this here pole, but slipped and fell on the rocks with a bone-crushing thud, and the mob beat on his dead body till his green robe darkened with bleeding. Dang. The guard's mask was broken when he fell, and I distinctly remember in the nightmare that it was the dead face of Farmer Jim. Oh my. Father Jim? In the nightmare, I found myself as part of the mob, and there was no black or white in this mob. I was just one big, breathing heavy seething monster. And the temple guard shot away at the monster, but there was no stopping it now. There was just too much bottled up rage powering it, sorry. Rage at the lies, rage at the torture, rage at the injustice, rage at the exploitation, rage at the abuse, and rage at simply being made a fool of. How much longer is it? But the strong rifles did damage to the beast. Countless human carcasses lay all over the place. Some with blown off limbs, others half dead, crying for help in agony. But the crowd kept on coming forward to get to the guards. And in the nightmare, some of the scariest parts was what happened when the town folks got a hold of the guards. The town folks didn't have no rifles. They only brought whatever tools from the homes, like knives, hammers, and axes. The mob pounced on a temple guard, and a townfolk mashed in his head with iron rods and iron griddles. A townsman then repeatedly stabbed on his body in hysteria on this here well, all the while screaming like a rabid animal. How far is this temple? Another part of the dream, I saw a group of barefoot prisoners overpowering a couple of guards and grabbed their rifles. Oh my gosh. The prisoners didn't know how to fire the gun and mistakenly pulled the trigger. Oh, and shot the guard through the stomach at point blank range. Dear gosh. The force of the shot pushed the prisoners off their feet and he flew down the ledge. As for the guard, the shot almost blew his body into two halves. Dear gosh. Yeah, rifles are no joke, man. The crazed crowd just was forward. They covered the mixed blood of bodies of prisoners dead and bodyguards, and they were drenched in sweat and sweltering humidity, and their eyes had a look of pure lunacy. Some folks had brought with them fire-lit torches as they lit ablaze the dead bodies of the guards. They hollered and laughed like wild children, as if there was anything funny about it. At the end of the dream, all the guards had been killed. The prisoners and townfolk sat here, all in complete silence. Then one of the townsmen broke out in loud sobs, and the rest of the folks joined in, mourning the loss of the town children. Oh, the fellow townsfolk, and oh, their hope. Others cried for their newly found freedom. It's strange that I have this same nightmare almost every night, and I always wake up screaming and crying from it. Maybe it's not a dream. Maybe it's a premonition. It weren't easy, but I finally made it to the temple. I'm already starting to feel peace in my mind because I've arrived in my most famous place. I wish everyone could see how grand the temple is. The lovely marble on the floors as far as from some far off country. The fine wooden roofs is all the way up from Oregon. The stained glass, the stained glass mural is by some fancy artists up north. Okay, I gone bow down at Father Gloria's feet even longer than we usually do because I'm so delighted to see him. I can finally tell him how everyone's gone missing. I'm sure he'll find a solution. I don't know if he will find a solution. I wonder if they'll let me into the temple, though there's been too much tension between the town and temple recently. And the tension's been taking a toll even on poor Father Glorious. At a sermon some days ago, he said there was a traitor amongst us, and he broke down crying, asking if we'd lost our faith in him. We all shouted a resounding no and told him that he's our savior. How could we ever lose our faith in him? Thankfully, they cheered him on. They cheered him, and he was all smiles the next minute. Okay. Oh, freak! Oh my lord, oh, our temple is on fire. Oh lordy mercy. Please help somebody help. Our holy temple is burning. Oh sweet Lord, have mercy. Oh, the whole temple is on fire. It's all burned down to hell. Damn that George Grady and the rest of the non-believers who've been planning this. They burnt it down. They really burnt it down. Where's Father Glorious? Where's all the ladies' bliss? God almighty, what should I do? There's just nothing left, no more, and there ain't a soul here to help me. Too much blood, sweat, and tears went into building this temple, and many blacks died during its construction. Father Glorious said it'd be the last structure standing during the apocalypse, but now it's all gone already. Are you going into the building? This is where us town folks were still on the floor when Father delivers his sermon. It was only a few days ago when he was preaching and getting us ready for the last day. And this is where Father Glorious sits on his mighty purple throne, his many wives standing behind him and current Lady Bliss beside him. And behind him, the mosaic showed Father's encounter with the angels. And these here special rooms, none of us town folks is allowed in them. They're only for Father's special friends like Judge Revenel, the sheriff, and other big officials. They always accompanied by the young lady's oh dear. But now it's all been burned down to dust. But George and his merry band of non-believers, y'all ain't coming to heaven with us tomorrow. You can burn and scorch here during the apocalypse. Oh my. Tomorrow, how is any of us going to heaven if Father Glorious ain't here? What's gonna happen tomorrow on the big day that all of us been waiting for? I don't freaking know. I honestly don't know. Where's the last one? Oh, here we go. Are all of us honest to God believers also going to burn in fires when the apocalypse happens? Are we to suffer for the acts of those doggone non-believers that did this? No, no, no. I've been running all over hell's half acre preparing for the big day tomorrow. I've done waited patiently all these years to go to heaven and taste the streams of honey and the cream and the fine wines. And be in the green hills away from the cursed stinking town, the needles and the cursed nabbit prison and all the death and the dead bodies and the torture, and I'm getting dizzy and I can't think. I'm too old. I'm thirsty and I'm drained and I'm getting dizzy. What? What? Oh my, what happened? That's Susie's scream. Where am I? I must have passed out and it's already night. Susie, where are you? I gotta find and help her. She's in danger. She's a strong girl. Ain't like her to scream. She helped an escaped prisoner, knowing darn well what happened to her family and herself. Her ma and pa was beaten up by the guards in front of the whole town, in front of old Susie. Her parents even agreed to the marriage after the temple threatened them with a much worse fate for her. The last time I saw her at the temple, she was standing behind the throne with the other Lady Bliss. Lady's Bliss. She dropped a letter for me and I sneakily picked it up when I bowed down at Father's feet. I gave the letter to George Grady because he's one of the few folks in town that can read. I don't know what it said, but I remember seeing the colors leave his face after he'd read it. He wrote a reply and asked me to give it to Susie, but I ain't seen her since. Based on Susie's letter, George called a secret meeting late the other night. That's when he proposed his silly idea of freeing the prisoners to take on the temple guards. After the meeting, when I was sitting alone at home, I heard a knock on the door. Well, lo and behold, it was none other than Father Jim, and he brought along a bottle of freshly made moonshine. Ooh, moonshine. Ooh, that'll mess you up big time. I stopped drinking many a years ago because Miss Wilson says the devil's in that bottle. Well, maybe I did have a wee bit here and there when she gone to bed early and Billy slid me a few sips every time we had a hard day at prison. Anyhow, that no good Farmer Jim wheedled me into having some moonshine with him, and I had too much to drink. I told him stuff from the meeting that I hadn't ought to have. I'm sure Farmer Jim went and told the temple about the town folk having doubts about the apocalypse. I cussed my damn self for spilling the beans about that meeting. Dear Mr. George, I dearly pray you read my first letter. As I had written, you must do all you can to stop the town from drinking the heavenly milk. The town has been lied to about everything. I beg you, please save the people. The temple has started suspecting me. Give my love to Ma and Pa, Susie. So it was a warning. I wish to heaven I would have learned how to read when Susie was trying to teach me. But I always kept forgetting everything. I ain't got time to figure what the letter says. Judging by the moon, it already well past midnight. That means the apocalypse is upon us. But the angels ain't gonna come unless Father reads the special prayer. There's only one place the mob could have taken him. I got to find him lickety split before they do it. I'll leave these flowers I picked for Susie here. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. I've dragged myself down the hill and made it to the farms that led back to the town. I'm going as fast as I can, but something ain't feeling right. What do you mean something's not feeling right? I got to stay positive. Everything's gonna be fine, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Those dag-nabbit fools burned down the temple, but they'd have never do nothing to Father Glorious. No, they would have laid they wouldn't lay a finger on him. Why he spent his life for our beliefs, looking over us, protecting us, and preparing us for today. Whatever misunderstanding the towns had, he's still our Father Glorious. So I'm sure they won't harm him. Oh, bull crap, they won't. No, they ain't gonna do what was done to Titus. I promised Miss Wilson I wouldn't go to no rituals, but gosh darn it, I went to the one Titus was invited to. I saw the townsfolk drag Titus blindfolded through these meadows in their white robes while chanting glory, 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 and I seen when they brought him to the big killing they call hellfire. Ain't I seen them when Farmer Jim lit the fire and the townfolk sat on benches, and as Father Glorious read from the holy book, I remember seeing the terror on Titus's blindfolded face. Dang. I could smell the black smoke and must have known what was coming. Titus was then tied to a stake, kicking and screaming. He was carried into the raging fire as it swallowed him up whole. All of us just sat and watched, even the town children. Jeez. And that's where they're taking Father now. They're gonna tie him up on a stake. They're gonna light the fire, and those non-believing bastards are gonna burn him alive. There's gonna be nothing left. Oh, our Father Glorious, but his charred body in ashes. I'm losing it again. I've got to breathe and be calm. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Everything's fine. We all been waiting too darn long for this day. I'm gonna find Father Glorious soon, and he'll be dressed in his fine white robe. And soon, the mimic can mimic any ghost. And soon, when it's dawn, the town bells will toll and all the townsfolk will congregate in the field. There will be joy in everyone's face, excitement that will soon fly away to heaven. And many of the folks be looking to the skies to try and see the big bright light that the angels shine. Oh Lord! When everyone gathered, Father Gloria will read us his final sermon, and he'll remind us how blessed we are to be believers. For only we'll ascend to the promised land. I think that's why the mama gets it. Oh, good. And for the non-believers and blacks, they'll be destroyed by hails and fire, and everything be devoured by the blaze of the apocalypse. We'll look down from the sky to see this sad world burning. And when the final sermon is complete and the townsfolk have applauded, the temple guards bring the heavy kegs to be filled with heavenly milk. Oh gosh. At first, all the town's children be lined up, and they'll be given a glass of milk, and they'll drink the taste of foul. If it tastes foul, and after that, their ma and pa tie white clothes around their faces, and the children will lie in the field, and the parents turn the drink. Got it. But then something will go awfully wrong. Many of the children start screaming the most painful, heart-wrenching cries, and then more children start wailing and screeching in complete torment. And many of the children be grabbing their heads and chests with extreme pain, the likes they ain't never felt, and many of the white cloths wrapped around their head'll become stained and filthy with puke. It's poison. It's a cult. It's a cult, not a. And the parents run to help their children. They'll be stopped by the guards with powerful rifles, and the desperate parents push the guards away. But the children have already stopped screaming and crying, and they'll have fallen face first on the field, laying without breathing. And the parents finally start understanding the whole truth, and they'll fix their manic eyes on the temple guards and Father Glorious will give instructions to the guards, and that's when they'll start firing and blasting at the town folk. And some die by gunshots to the head, to the chest, and on the back. Others die getting crushed as townfolk rush to lock themselves in their homes. But the guards shoot many a door open and kill whomever they find inside. By and by, the girls will run out of bullets, and they'll safely take Father Glorious back to the temple. This is... How much more reading do I have to do? Is this it? Say, I can hear a sound of chanting. I reckon I'm close to the mob. I better hurry and get them before they light the fire. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all gonna be forgiven if you repent and let Father Glorious go. Even George Grady can be forgiven for plotting against Father. Damn it. I should have never given them that blasted letter from Susie. It got him really riled up. I didn't even know what it said. And I should have never given George the extra key to the prison. I didn't know he'd actually pull off this ridiculous idea and free the black prisoners, and I should have never drunk that moonshine and blurred to Father Jim about the what in tarnation is that damn dog Stonewall doing here? The boy, I've really lost my marbles. The dog was killed when the prisoners escaped. Wait, what? Am I schizophrenic? Are we schizophrenic? I've been looking forward to this day for more than 14 years, dutifully paying my earnings to the temple and devoting my heart and soul to Father Glorious. It was supposed to be the happiest day of our lives, the day when all our miseries would finally go away. What? You could try Hell Never on stream one day. Maybe. Indeed, the apocalypse happened on 888, just not the one we was promised for so long. Why? What sort of milk from heaven causes little children instant brutal death? I think we're schizophrenic, and that's. And what kind of temple kills their own congregation? And what kind of leader peacefully watches a violent massacre unfold on its own faithful believers? Father Glorious must have had some divine reason. How could he wrong us? They already lit the fire for the love of God. Let him go. Whatever he did was likely for our benefits. Only he can take us to the promised land. Let's all forget this wretched world behind us and ascend to paradise with the angels. Lord have mercy. How much longer is it? Lord have mercy. This is just like they. Oh, I seen too much of that on that dreaded fateful day. Too much death and too much bloodshed and too much savagery. Please take me away from here. I've been living through this same nightmare for too many years. I can't take it no longer. I've been looking all day wondering where the town folks and prisoners disappeared to, but I finally remember where everyone is now. They're all dead and gone since years ago. Oh, we're dreaming? What? Oh, nothing. The whole town says I'm a dummy because I can't think so good and keep forgetting everything, but I ain't no different from the others. See, when we all simply forget things we've seen and we ain't never learned from them. I overheard, oh, cool. I overheard Professor telling the other prisoners one day we forgot what's happening in the past and we let it repeat again and again, nothing is going to change unless we stop forgetting. Phony, dishonest prophets will keep springing up and sing their gospel of us against them. Oh, here we go. They'll keep dividing us for their own benefit, and we'll keep praising them and following them with eyes shut and minds closed. When are we going to start learning from the past? When are we going to open our eyes? I'm gonna just curl up and sit here a while. I'm old and I seen a hell of a lot that ain't no man on us. And I know darn well when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna forget everything and live this same day over again, just like I've been living it repeatedly for the last 12 years. 12 years. 888 12 year 8 Wait, 12 years, so it's like it's 1903? Oh wait, sorry. Sorry, 1900. It's 1900. So it's the year 1900. I was playing Mortal Shell and I was getting the hang of it now. Oh, Mortal, oh nice. I wish I died in the mines like all the others that day many a years ago. Oh Lord, why you let me live and see all that I seen in this cursed town? Why? What? Is that it? It's a soul's like, gotcha. 27 years earlier. How much more is this? How much more is there? Everybody get out of the mines, coming down. Oh, Lord. Get that out of here. Save yourselves. It's all crashing down. Oh my God, I can't see. Help me, help me. Get out, Godfrey! You can't save him! Hurry up! Hurry up! You won't make it! God, the mining company for sending us down here. Oh my goodness! My Lord, it's just mashed bodies on the rocks. Oh my Lord! You're almost out. There's the exit. Hurry up now. So we made it out. Damn, you got a nice cake. Mind if I... Wait. Notorious prison shut down after scandal. Judge and sheriff accused of profiteering from prisoners. Carwell prison was permanently shut down following a damning report of Senator Barnes, a report of her abuse, torture, corruption, convicted Senator Black, and many convicted mere petty crimes. Those a district judge, several officers for corruption linked to the prison. They had devised a system of falsely incarcerating and then leasing out prisoners to corporations for personal profit. Sighting a mysterious bright light in the sky leaves many in awe. Several residents of the small town of Trinity, Alabama, were left in a state of shock when a bright, mysterious flying object appeared in the sky around dawn. Witnesses say the strange object, described as a large bright light, was first seen hovering in the air before flying off at incredible speed and disappearing in the sky. Despite the many witnesses Authorities have been unable to provide any explanation for the phenomenon. Our witnesses described the if a star. Okay, horrific scenes of a mass murder and suicide in Royal Alabama town. Authorities yesterday made a shocking discovery of hundreds of dead bodies in a small town near Alabama. The bodies were believed to be members of obscure apocalyptic cult, as well as escapees from a nearby prison. Several survivors detailed chilling accounts of the day that began with town children being poisoned during a ceremony and ending with the cult leader. Every Cartwright being burned alive in a kiln at the cult for the hellfire. 50 years after Needle, Alabama tragedy, former cult member reveals all. Mary Jones' real identity hidden was detailed in dramatic childhood in the infamous Kinship Temple cult during the childhood leader. She was shot in the leg while making a harrowing escape for the temple and was rescued by authorities after the shocking events that took place in the town exactly 50 years ago on August 8th, 1888. I never want anyone to go through what I did, her said, her voice shaking with emotion. The whole town thought I had died after the gunshot. I managed to escape into the woods. Man rescued 8 days after Shiloh mine collapse. All others feared dead. Survivor suffered from severe brain damage. And a tale of tragedy survival of a coal mine. Oh, this was us. Godfrey Davis was able to make it out alive. After being inspected by doctors, he was described as severely brain damaged. We will rehabilitate him and then ship him to a nearby town with the proper care. He will be able to put the traumatic experience behind him and hopefully lead a normal life. Wow. Okay, so we got buried, but we made it out somehow. After 8 days of being in there, we made it out. 8/18/1866. I'm sorry, what? What now? What frig now? What is this? Stop your hollering and mooing, you stupid cow. I'm coming. I can't a man get no sleep around here? There's the world. The world come to that Cartwright was too tend to horses cow personally. What is going on now? The war done ravaged my whole business. Those lousy no good Yankees destroyed my land and then freed my ungrateful damn slaves. Hell, I gave them blacks food and shelter, but they betrayed me in the end. They left me the minute they could, just like she left me as soon as my money done ran out. Curse all of them, and curse that blasted cow that just won't stop hollering. How much more of the story is there? Oh, the light. I miss the good old days just to be sitting on my porch, watching the slaves work in the fields, hearing them say, "Yesha, yes sir," every time I asked for anything. But now look at me. I ain't got no more slaves, no more money, no more family, and no more damn respect. Where'd it go? All I got left is a couple old cows that don't let me sleep in. And a riding job at the prison. Boy, whenever I get the chance, there's gonna be hell for all those who wrong me. I'm Avery Cartwright. I'm gonna show everybody again once I get back on my feet. I've been riding with the clan, and I've been going back to church. The Lord's gonna show me the way. Where the hell did all my cows go? What the hell is that? Okay. If you enjoyed, please leave a review on the store so you can make similar experiences in the future. Oh. Huh. Well, I was not expecting. Okay, first off, I didn't expect the first game to go as long as it did. But it did.